Welcome to Flip It Forward Omaha Edition. Now, we're still trying to figure out what to do with this weeping mortar. Is this a thing? We're gonna walk through the inside of the house looking at what's load bearing, what's not, and then we're gonna look at all these funky, weird little bathrooms we have and find out how to really maximize the space inside. Last but not least, these beautiful hardwood floors. I can't wait to get these refinished and make them look brand new again. Let's go check it out. Let's talk about what I have learned is called weeping mortar. Now, apparently some people love this stuff. You know, I gotta be honest, I still don't love it. You know, maybe it's just, I didn't grow up around it. I've never seen this before. It seems to be a really common thing out here in Omaha. This is called weeping mortar. To me, it's kind of sloppy. I mean, you know, it looks like you just slap some mortar in there and slap the bricks on and called it a day. Initially, we were thinking about chipping off all the weeping mortar and stoning over it. That got some pushback, I don't know. I think I still want to chisel this down and really dress it up, make it look nicer. What are your guys' thoughts? Is this something that you would keep? Would you, does this bother you? I think that's the big question is, do you find this to be an eyesore? Because I do, but I don't know. What are your thoughts? Now, we haven't been out here full time with this property. We just closed on it last Tuesday, 2 Tuesdays ago now, and we have had the yard mowed front and back. But the flower gardens are starting to get a little bit overgrown with some weeds. So we're gonna wanna get a doer out here, you know, weed these, clean these up. When we're all said and done, I think this front yard could use some nice landscaping, figure out what we're gonna do with this weeping mortar up against the foundation, and then, you know, do some nice landscaping across here. I don't know what these are, but they're pretty. I mean, do they have a smell to them? Oh, they smell very good. Almost like lilacs, not quite. We're definitely not gonna trim these down. I love those, those are awesome. Scott, come here, take a whiff of these. They smell good. Let's, you know, while we're talking about landscaping, the backyard is beautiful. Let's go check it out real quick. The chimney is actually what really got me down the path of maybe chipping down this weeping mortar and stoning it. It doesn't look good to me. The top of the chimney has this funky flare out to it. It's clearly by design, but I have no idea why the chimney's shaped like that. It just, you know, I'm like a little OCD. I like symmetry and, you know, straight, square edges. That just rubs me the wrong way. So that's really what drove me down the path of chipping this down, putting new stone over it, but I don't know, you Omaha people, you Nebraskans, you guys really seem to like this stuff. I love how secluded and, you know, kind of walled off with these bushes the backyard feels. I don't know what type of bushes these are. I've been meaning to look them up. Every time I'm out here, I forget. It'd be awesome if these were like lilacs or something. I don't think they are, but lots of beautiful flower beds back here. When we first bought the house, these were in full bloom. It was gorgeous. It looks like maybe they've died off. I think they're called peonies or something along those lines. I'm not a botanist, nor do I have a green thumb. I struggle to keep my houseplants alive, but we're definitely gonna keep the flower beds, you know, anywhere that we can. Maybe shave down this tree stump that's over here. Need to get some doers that have a stump grinder. We might try to save this flower bed. However, I think we're probably gonna dig this up, maybe relocate some of it, maybe give it away. I wanna take off this old deck and I want to extend this out 14 feet, do like 16 feet wide, get a big deck off the back of this house. Not a huge fan of this little thing. I mean, who really likes that little deck energy, right? We want big deck energy here, going for as big as we can get. Outside of that, this yard doesn't need a lot of work, nor does the exterior of the house, which means we've got the budget to do things like put in a huge deck, completely remodel the inside, refinish the beautiful hardwood floors. Let's go check those out. Careful, this thing, all right, so coming in our sliding doors, you come into the dining room. We're gonna blow out this kitchen wall. This is not a load-bearing wall. You can easily tell from the outside of a house whether or not something's load-bearing. Slope of this house runs this way. Slope of the roof. That means the truss is run this way. That means the load is being carried by these walls. You do not need to get up in the attic, crawl around, all that good stuff. If a wall's running parallel to your roof trusses, it's not load bearing. not a load bearing wall. Here are the beautiful hardwood floors. So we were out here last week. We cut out a few chunks, took some pictures, starting to get quotes on having these floors refinished. Man, these suckers are beautiful. I went into the rooms and, you know, this is only the third flip house I've ever been a part of. And I've quickly learned that what ruins these floors is when pets piss on them, basically. So I went and I cut out the worst segments of carpet. Scared of what I was gonna see. This looks great. Let me go show you. Let's just jump right into the worst spot. Because really it all looks about like that, except this one spot. Oh, and you can smell it walking in here, but this is the worst of it. And you can see that the wood is, you know, really shrank, pulled away. Previously, I thought you'd have to cut it out, patch it in. You know, you're always gonna see that. You're gonna see those cut marks. But what you can actually do is you can sand this down and you can put stainable wood filler in there. And then you stain and polyurethane over it. And I mean, honestly, you can't really tell that it was ever there. So I'm pretty optimistic about these floors. This closet has a big section of exposed hardwood floors. I mean, look at these. I really like the thin planks. This is gonna look so good. I think we go a little bit lighter if we can. I wanted to go lighter at our first Flip It Forward house. There were too many stains, but I think we're able to pull it off here. And what do you guys think? A nice light, almost like a whitewash oak, a white oak stain. I think it's gonna look really good. A little secret attic space, and the attic up there is huge. There's tons of room. You can get up there, you can stand, walk around. Right now it's just storage space, but you know, depending on where we come at in the renovation, I think it'd be really cool to you know, maybe finish it off up there, put a little split AC unit up there, and it's like a little secret reading nook or something. Let's go check it out real quick. Tons of headroom. You could easily, I'd say you could easily do like 6 by 15 piece of cake. And I don't know, I think it'd be a great little reading nook, hideaway, bonus room. I don't know, does that count as finished square feet? Does anybody know? Like, or would this just be considered storage? But if we finished it off, climate controlled, air conditioned, heat, could we consider this finished square feet? Because if so, I say we do it. What do you think? Would you climb into your attic to go hide from your kids and read a book? I know I would. You'll see these supports in the middle. I mean, look at this one. Clearly, that's not holding anything up. But there are cases to where the way it's built, this could potentially carry some of that load and help distribute, let's say, the snow load. We're in Omaha, Nebraska right now. It does snow. You have to take factors like that into consideration. So don't go up in your attic and just start haphazardly cutting things out. You don't want to do that. But down below on the main floor, you can definitely take out walls that are running parallel to your roof trusses. Again, roof trusses, this is parallel, train tracks run parallel, this is perpendicular. Don't take out walls that run perpendicular to your trusses, not without a trained professional to go in and say that's not structural. So I was telling you that the ensuite for this bedroom was really small. Not exaggerating. It's got little deck energy, like the deck does. Look at this sucker. Absolutely no room. How are 2 people supposed to co-occupy this bathroom? And like, showering together? Not in this thing, don't even think about it. You're not saving water in this shower. We're gonna tear this out. We're gonna blow this out. So there's another bathroom on the other side. Let's sneak around over there and I'll show you what we're gonna do there to open it up to make some more room for there. Here's the first floor bathroom. And it's kind of funky. It's got some awkward, kind of a funny layout. So you walk in, you know, you've got, I love storage space, closets. You've got this huge closet in here. But then right behind you, you've got a giant closet right in the hallway where you can store your towels and whatnot. We're gonna take this out. We're gonna add a little bit more room to the master bedroom, bathroom. the ensuite. That'll really open up that shower. It'll give you room to be able to save water, conserve water, shower together. You know, I think we're gonna put 2 shower heads in like all of our showers out here. Why not, right? The bathroom will stay right here. However, we're gonna blow this out. So if you look, okay, closet, 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 a big closet. Now I understand liking places to store stuff, but this is a little excessive. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna knock out this little closet right here. We're gonna open up the bathroom, and this will give a lot more space, even if, you know, we don't necessarily make it, you know, it's not gonna be a bigger vanity, it's not gonna be a bigger shower, but you'll have more room to walk around in the bathroom. It won't feel so cramped and crowded. So if 2 people are trying to get ready in here at the same time, they can easily do so without bumping into each other, causing fights in the mornings. So if we're tearing out all the closets, oh, hey, look at this. Another closet, plenty of closets. All right, so we're gonna knock out 2 of the closets. What about pantry space? Well, look at this giant kitchen to work with. I love this kitchen, lots of room. We're definitely gonna find pantry space here, or lots of cabinets, lots of cupboards, just like we did at our second flip house in Urbandale, Iowa. The bones here are phenomenal. Lots of space to work. You know, the plumbing's good. We had the sewer scoped. You know, we did a thorough inspection last week of all the plumbing here. It's really good. You know, we don't have to replace the plumbing from the ground up in this house, which is gonna save us a lot of money, a lot of time. This is the non-load bearing wall that we were talking about. So we're gonna take this out, really open up the kitchen, give it a more open concept vibe and open concept feel. Depending on what the city inspector has to say, we may put a pass-through bar right here, open this up, put some bar space right here, leave a column in the corner. It's gonna depend on what they say. If they want a structural engineer to come in and stamp everything, you know, we may just leave the wall stand in, but there is a cold air return on the other side of the wall, so I think he's gonna let us get by with it. We'll see. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, keep in mind, the roof upstairs is like this. I think these trusses run full span. Look, there's nothing here holding up the roof, right? Which means this probably isn't load bearing. However, probably that's not 100%. Another thing to look at here is if this roof, or I'm sorry, if this wall were holding a load, we're supporting the roof structure, there'd be, you know, this cold air return wouldn't be here. This really takes away from the structural integrity of a wall when there's no bottom plate to help carry that load. It's no longer distributed. It's now sitting directly on this floor joist. So I think, yeah, there's, you know, it's not solid. There's nothing on the other side of it. You know, I think the city engineer, the city inspector is gonna let us get by with putting, you know, a header, a micro lam, an LVL right here, being able to carry the load, open this up even further. And I mean, think about that. You're gonna be able to be in the kitchen, cooking, prepping, you know, whatever. Beautiful view out front of the living room, dining room. I'm pretty excited. Now we just need to get doers in here to do the work. So again, the whole purpose of Flip It Forward is as we go into a new market, we're able to vet and verify the new doers. You know, we're able to list the projects, get them excited right away, get them bidding on projects. We're able to vet, verify, you know, get them that early feedback, get them used to the platform. And then we know after we've seeded, after we've launched a market, they're ready to take care of the new listers. I feel like all of the Flip It Forward houses so far have had like a little nugget that's really cool. Check this out. So in this bedroom, you see the header right there above the door? Okay, remember that, and then walk with me into this bedroom. More beautiful hardwood floor. Anyway, what I want to show you, that header above the door is this space right here. Look at that, how awesome is that? Now, here's my idea, and I don't know how feasible this is, but I think it'd be really cool to have a built-in sliding shelf unit that you essentially can pull out It's counterlevered, and it sticks out like this far. And then you could have shoes, you could have, I mean, sky's the limit on what you could put in there, but I mean, think about how cool that would be. I collect hats. They're all HUDU hats, so not that exciting, but they all have a story to me. It'd be so cool to have like your little hat collection or your shoe collection, ties, books, whatever it is. That'd be cool. Anyway, if you have any insight, if you've ever done it, if you've seen it, if you have one, how can I build a counterlevered shelf that would slide out of this space? Because I'm pretty sure we're going to make this happen. Let's go check out the basement. One of the really great things about this house, hardwood floors, also the stairs, the treads, all the way down, solid oak. So excited to see those refinished. Wood burning fireplace. I love this sucker. I can't wait to fire this sucker up and have our first fire here. Might want to get a chimney inspection. See if we can't find some doers that are certified chimney inspectors. What are your thoughts on this brick? Now, thank God this isn't that weeping mortar. I'd have a hard time justifying leaving that inside. I actually really kind of like this look. I think if we cleaned it up, maybe sealed it, give it a little bit of a satin shine, a satin sheen. What do you think? Is that a little too retro for brick fireplace? I think this sucker has to go. I think we tear this out.
Does the brick go all the way behind?
Nope, it looks like the brick ends right here, so it doesn't go all the way behind. If it did go all the way behind, we would certainly tear it out. We're definitely getting rid of the wainscoting, this bottom paneling. It's all got to go. We'll do a light skim on all the walls, do a nice orange peel texture before we repaint everything. The floor will definitely get, a solid 25-year laminate vinyl plank, something that's got a warranty on it. Nothing that we do in these Flip It Forward houses is done cheap. We don't cut any corners. All of the products we put inside the house are very high quality. Like maybe this carpet was back in 1960, I don't know. This is definitely shag. Austin Powers would have a heyday. Of course, we're going to completely update all the closets. This is going to be our egress window. This is currently listed on HUDU, waiting for someone who can cut CMU, concrete masonry unit, to go bid on that. It should be a pretty easy one. The egress window is above grade. We don't have to put in a window well. It's going to save us a little bit of money, a lot of time. It's going to be coming out right under the deck. A little bit of a jungle out there. We should probably get a doer to come out here and weed that jungle. Garden. What's this in here? Oh, that's our water meter. Can't do anything with that. Yep, that's going to have to stay. Like, what's up with this? Half bath. We're going to find a way to make this a full bath. I just got done insulting the closet. I think we probably keep it. Maybe spice it up, make it look a little better. But because tearing this out doesn't do any good. And then we do lose some storage space down here. But we have to find a place to put in a shower. We should get these suckers listed on Facebook Marketplace, just give them away. Looks like they were trying to get 75 bucks out of these. That seems a little steep. This wall's already moldy. Let's take a look at that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I say we just tear this sucker out. Definitely been collecting moisture over the years. Hey, look at this. Is that an antique? I don't drink Bud Light. I don't know. This an old can? New can?
That's very old.
Is it?
Yeah.
It looks like it's been back there a while. All right, so on the other side of this wall is our little basement bedroom. It's all moldy. We're definitely just going to tear this out. Now we've got the panel box right here. We're going to have to figure out, we probably can't relocate that without having to run all new service in the house. So we'll have to figure out how to put in a shower without relocating the panel box. And then we've got to figure out where to put the washer and dryer. We definitely want to get these overpriced wood cabinets out of here. Hey, anybody want some free wood cabinets? They don't make them like this anymore, but we need them out of here. Other side of this wall, what is that? Garage? It's about the only place. Can we put a washer and a dryer in a garage? We can? All right, let's go take a peek at the garage and find out where we can put that washer and dryer. Well, we definitely can't put the washer and dryer in there. All right, so this is the other side of that utility room. Based on all the water leakage, I'm guessing there's plumbing up here somewhere. I think we definitely have drain. This would allow us to tap right into it. We've got the vent. I'm guessing there's water supply up here. The bathroom is definitely above this. So we could put the washer and dryer right here, box it in, cut a hole in this wall. Is this load bearing? We'll have to find out. I think we can put a door in this CMU wall, CMU concrete masonry unit, cut a hole in this wall, build a nice laundry room right here, have a washer and dryer, maybe even have access from the garage. So if you come home from a muddy day at the racetrack or wherever you work, you can take off those muddy clothes, throw them right in the washer and dryer. Happy wife, happy life, right? I think this works. I think we just figured out how to put in a third bathroom in this house and expand on the washer and dryer. I'm liking it. We're probably going to have to tear out both of these bulkheads, though. They're looking pretty rough. I don't know what happened here. It looks like either water leaked down or they were, some heat. I don't know what it was, but we'll probably tear out both of these, just make sure there's not any underlying issues, find out what the structure here looks like. Probably just need to get rid of all of this existing wood shelving in the garage, clean up the exterior walls, put a nice waterproofing paint on them. Although I will say the garage looks like it's pretty dry. I don't see any moisture anywhere. Let's look under. Yeah, even underneath that piece of wood is really dry, and it's been really rainy. I don't see any moisture in the corners. Come look at this. See that?
There's light.
So you can see light through the basement wall. Now, that's not a good thing, but we can easily fix that. That's something we'll want to take care of, address. Most people, when they flip a house, they would try to hide this stuff, cover it up. That's not what we're doing here. We have no intentions of, covering up problems. We want to fix them. We want to do it right. We want to turn these old, outdated homes into forever homes. And that's our intention here. That's what we're doing to Flip It Forward. Not only that, but we're giving such a huge kickstart to the new buyer. They're able to walk into a beautifully renovated house with $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in instant equity. And that's what Flip It Forward is all about. These garage doors are looking a little old and dated. However, garage doors are pretty expensive. And with every project on Flip It Forward, we have to weigh. Would the new homeowner rather have new garage doors or, let's say, an extra $4,000 in equity in their house? 2 new garage doors, probably about $4,000, which increases the sale price of the house by $4,000. They feel pretty solid. All the way down, I think we would probably clean these up, lubricate the latches. Last time I was here, I had some problems getting this open and closed. But today, it moves just fine. It just doesn't line up very well. But all this can be adjusted. A little bit of TLC, tender love and care. We can make these garage doors function like new, clean them up, make them look like new, and only be into it for $500 versus $4,000. And that's the beauty of HUDU. Previously, it's like, who do you have do these awkward odd jobs? The type of project where you really can't just go call somebody. A company's not going to want to come out. They're going to want to charge you to tear out the existing garage doors, replace them, put in new ones. But with HUDU, you can find someone to come out, some old school craftsmanship, redo the doors, refinish them, you're good as new, ready to go. full circle, back outside. One thing I really love about this house is the existing landscaping. I mean, the outside of this house does need a little bit of elbow grease. We need to get a doer out here to work their green thumb, pull some of these weeds, get the outside of the house cleaned up, looking good. But the landscaping looks great. It looks like we've got some buildup in the driveway. We're gonna want to figure out what this is from. I'm guessing the rainwater's pooling up. It doesn't have good drainage, but we'll get that taken care of.